right, welcome back to the Scruffy Dude podcast, and me and Clayton is here again. We're gonna talk about what was talking about the COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't. I know a little bit about it, but in my opinion, I think that if you want to do the vaccine, I would say that that's up to you. You can get it. I don't like. There's no real studies behind it in the sense of we can't see people that have taken it for years, and then these are the effects of it. You know what I mean? But just like I told you earlier, we are trusting these other vaccines, and then what some people have had negative effects on those. So it's like, let's say that these gonna try to brainwash us or or anything like that. What you think about it?
Well, I am fairly positive that I don't think there's like brainwashing nanobots or anything like that going on.
Mm-hmm. But you said you wouldn't take it yourself, though.
No, I would not take it myself. No.
And why is that?
Well, honestly, I can't give you like a super, informed, like you said, data and statistics and all those things. I can't, give you those things. But I can tell you just me and my comfort level, I myself just think that I look at the environment, I look at kind of how the vaccine kind of came to be. I see kind of how it was kind of like pushed really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And as somebody else said, other people say, usually, it's taken years to develop certain vaccines for certain, illnesses or whatever. And this COVID thing took all of some months.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think based off of kind of what's been going on, and really it hasn't helped that there's been like a lot of political spin on a lot of things too.
Yeah.
It just causes you to question like how much is genuine, how much is actually beneficial to people who will be taking this vaccine, so on and so forth. So, basically all things considered, it's like I personally just don't feel that really 100% comfort of taking that personally.
But then also I know like certain jobs may start requiring that, because right now when you think about it, right, if there's no vaccine, we gonna keep passing it around, but a vaccine, I guess to some degree, have to be made for it to stop.
Either that or people are quarantined and shut down for.
But even then, it would never go away though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the science behind it, but maybe it may develop into something else eventually and not be as harmful. I'm not really sure. I think I heard that before. It may develop into something else later on. But if we don't get a because that's the fact about it. We need a vaccine. That's a fact.
Well, yeah.
If we don't get a vaccine, it's like, what do you expect? It's just going to stay around, and we're just going to pass it over and over again.
So I'll give you an analogy.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're somebody who, let's say a fire starts, right? Spreads all over the house, and that's what they have firefighters for, right? They come and they fight the fire.
Mm-hmm.
They come and put out the fire. But then let's say the homeowner, their house is saved, right? The firefighters have come and done their job,
mm-hmm.
but you still like playing with matches at home. You still like playing with gasoline and leaving the oven on type stuff. Like, the firefighter is necessary, yes, and very beneficial. But if the person still is practicing unsafe living habits in terms of fire safety, then that in itself also is a problem too. The meaning of that analogy is this. The vaccines, I think, can be very, very beneficial. But people have been unsafe, and I myself am included, currently dealing with COVID myself, diagnosis, positive as of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So people have not been safe about COVID. America in general has not been, the safest it could be when it comes to like really saying, hey, let's really lock down and kill and try to kill this thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, you've seen constant conflicts and divisions over shut down, be open, bars, all the different kind of stuff. Like people are upset either which way.
Mm-hmm.
Compare that to other countries who probably have adapted stricter lockdown policies,
Yeah.
and and compare the numbers. Like compare where those people are
Mm-hmm.
to where America is. That's really all my thinking is when it comes to the vaccine is let's not get overly dependent on the vaccine, and lose out on the fact that, well, we still don't accept safe, like we still don't practice safe policies to begin with. So we can't look at the vaccine like a Superman to save us every time, and people don't want to actually be safe and like live safely.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, so that's my thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you was writing what you said. I have heard other countries have went down because of how strict they was. But in America, we want to do things the way that we want to do it. We want to, if things don't go our way, we not going to just obey the government and listen to them. We're going to fight back and
everything's a matter of, oh, you're impeding my freedom.
Yeah, something like that.
My freedoms. Oh.
I thought something happened where people was out with guns somewhere, like protesting because they was, I don't know, they was saying like they telling us that we can't come out or do this and that, and I think some people was like they was exercising out in the street or something like that to show that like they can, that is their right to do that and they don't have to like obey what they're saying and stuff like that.
I think that's part of the problem.
I don't know that. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly, but I do remember something like that. I don't know. Do you remember that or no?
No, I don't remember that, but I do know of other situations where, like, for example, there was, I think, like a parent-teacher meeting or something like that, where you had these parents who were in like a room waiting for like staff to come in.
Yeah.
And it was like their own protest. They all refused to wear masks on purpose to oppose mask wearing. And I just think those kind of things are stupid. Like, regardless of how much you know or don't know about the coronavirus, like to sit there and just to be so brazen and just irresponsible, and like to make a big deal out of really just wear a piece of fabric or a medical mask. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like it's like children acting up for not getting their way. It's like, Billy, eat your broccoli. It's not a big deal. You got one more piece left. I didn't want the broccoli. Like that's what it's like. Americans who act like spoiled brats because, oh, my freedoms. Like, bro, sometimes it's okay to lose certain things if that's what's best to protect you. And I think that's what we're not talking about enough is that I'm not saying that, we got to turn to a dictatorship and people just got to shut up and no. But people got to be smart, and be mature and actually like understand like certain things. It's okay for them to be taken away if that is in the best interest of the people group, not just to satisfy your ego or my freedom. Rah, rah, rah.
But overall, you think the vaccine can be dangerous?
Well, I don't say dangerous. I just think that
you're just not sure about it right now.
I myself, I'm not sold on it. Like, I am personally hanging back, and I'm just kind of seeing how it plays out first. I am not hoping that it fails. Because
I get you.
Yeah, to hope that the vaccine fails will be to wish ill upon others, and that'd be evil.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I hope it's good. It's just that I don't trust it.
So you're going to wait and see. You're going to let other people go and do it.
Yep.
And then if they grow another eyeball in the middle of their forehead, you're going to be like, nah, I'm good.
Right. Look, all I'm saying, man, is like you said, I want an established, somewhat of an established history of success before I look at it and say, all right, cool, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Like,
I get you.
Nah, bro, I gotta see something, bro. Like, it's kind of like, when video games, right? I mean, you're a gamer, but you're not like a gamer. Like, you're not like So in gamer terms, when video games drop, like specifically, popular ones or well sought after ones, usually what happens is the demand is so high to where some of these game developing companies, they drop these video games kind of incomplete. Whereas for the most part, you can play it, but there's a lot of glitches and, it needs patches and downloads and updates all the time to get it to the point where it's, bless you, to where it's a good quality. Right? And bless you, instead of certain game developers just waiting until it's all the way done before they drop it. So, in the same way, it's like my concern is like similar to those video games. Like, are we talking about something that's like really patchy where like there's a lot of problems in the beginning, but then over time, kind of as it's refined, it gets better? I don't know. I don't want to be the first one. I'll sit back. I hope it does well, but it's like, I'm just waiting because I'm not going to jump into it just because it's like, oh, a vaccine, the government saved us. Like, well, hold on, wait a minute.
I mean, I get you from that perspective. And like I said earlier, because the other shots that we take, the other vaccines that we take, because it's been around for years, we see the good and the bad, and we can test it back through statistics over years. Like we can say, oh, these people been studied and these, this and that, and this is brand new. So I get people, being reluctant to take it, you know what I mean? But it comes to a point where it's like if the government requires us to take it, it's like, what you gonna do,
Well, the thing, and see, now we're creeping up into the territory of Revelation, and people's concerned about, oh, is this a mark of the beast?
Yeah,
like you're kind of creeping in that territory, which I'm just saying now, I don't think it is. And
to spend a little bit of time on that, like we both of us know, just so anybody else can know, both of us know that you cannot accidentally take the mark of the beast. A lot of people believe that you can accidentally get the mark of the beast. It don't work like that.
Yeah, no, 'cause if you read Revelation, like the mark of the beast is a very intentional thing. Yeah. Like it's accompanied by a lot of different events and not just a mark. Like you're talking about a worship, an outright rejection of God. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an economical thing. It's a lot. So, but it's not just like, oh, a sick pill, and oh, you got like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that even if you was to hypothetically, even if you was to accidentally get the mark of the beast, like if you have salvation, you're saved and nothing can take that away from you.
Well, let's be clear. The Christian will not in any way, shape, or form want the mark of the beast, will accept the mark of the beast.
Yes.
So that's not even a hypothetical we even need.
No, I mean in the aspect of people be like, oh, if I go get this shot, like, oh, if I go,
No, that's silly. It's a shot. Like you're going in there for a shot.
Yeah.
Now, if the government were ever to say you have to give up being a Christian in order to get the shot, then that's a different thing altogether. Then different. It's like, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
But no, anything short of that, no, it's just a medical procedure. That's all it is.
Yeah. People, all these conspiracy theories and stuff, and some of it is just other people trying to make money and get clout and stuff. So they just put false.
Well, it's that, and then there's also people who just, like all of us should be seeking the return of Christ, right? Like all of us should be doing that.
Mm.
But we got to be, Christ gave us clear expectations for how we should kind of, manage our faith, as we're waiting on him to return. He gave us very clear signs and kind of benchmarks to look out for. And, I think a part of it is people just are trying so hard to interpret prophecy, to apply prophecy, to see, how do you apply this prophecy? Oh, it's being fulfilled now. It's like, you just got to just hold on. Like, we'll know, when there's something divine that's going on. We'll know there's something spiritual that's going on. Like, we need to stop trying to assign everything as fulfilled prophecy.
And we have to accurately read the Bible. Read it, and just don't read a section of it, but read like chapters. Read the whole thing to get a full understanding of it. And if you don't, but the fact of the matter is that people I'm not gonna get too much into this, but people want to believe what they want to believe. People want to do what they want to do because they're, like, if you read, you could go talk to other believers. You can pray and ask God for you to understand this correctly. You can, there's so many sources online where you can go and read commentary and stuff like that. So yeah, I just think it's a big thing. We have to understand the word correctly when it comes to stuff like that.
Right, of course.
Yeah, but I'm gonna end it right here on this. But yeah, see y'all next time. You got anything to say before we go?
Mind if I give a quick plug real quick? Since you were a former board member, now you're just a volunteer.
Ain't no plugs on here, boy. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm playing. You got it.
Yeah, just real quick, check out www.agentsofgracetx.org. It's a Christian nonprofit organization that serves low-income families and at-risk youth. Isaac was on our board in the beginning, but he's too good for us now. So
if I feel like it, I'll put it down here so y'all can see it across the screen.
Bro, if I feel like it.
Say it one more time.
Man, it's www.agentsofgracetx.org.
All right.